Good afternoon, my friends, and welcome to today's edition of NWCR's Removing Liberal Blindfold for this Monday, the 14th day of December in the year of our Lord 2020. The left all says there is no fraud. The media says there is no fraud, yet fraud keeps rearing its ugly head, and the world is laughing at us. But that is not all. Dominion Voting Systems, which supplied the voting machines for 28 states, has been hacked. And the proof is there. From Epic Times comes this one. Dominion Voting Systems uses firm that was hacked, written by Zachary Steiber this morning. A company that provides the voting systems in 28 states, which would swing the election, folks, uses an internet technology firm that was hacked. Dominion Voting Systems uses SolarWinds software, according to a Dominion webpage. SolarWinds does not list Dominion on its partial customer listing, but says its products and services are used by more than 300,000 customers around the world, including all 5 branches of the U.S. military and more than 425 of the U.S. Fortune 500. The situation with SolarWinds software enabled hackers to gain access to the U.S. Commerce Department and reportedly the Treasury Department. SolarWinds Orion products are currently being exploited by malicious actors. The Department of Homeland Security's Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Agency, or CISA, said the tactic lets an attacker gain access to the network traffic management systems. The only known mitigation measure currently available is to disconnect affected devices, according to the agency. SolarWinds recommended customers upgrade their Orion platform to a recent version. If customers aren't able to upgrade immediately, they were urged to disable internet access for the platform and limit ports and connections to only what is necessary. A patch is expected on Tuesday. Dominion didn't respond to a request for comment, including whether it had followed the measures recommended by either CISA or SolarWinds. Dominion didn't return a voicemail. According to FireEye, a cybersecurity firm, the hackers inserted malicious code into legitimate software updates for the SolarWinds Orion software. The code enabled an attacker to gain remote access to the victim's systems. A screenshot of Dominion Voting Systems website shows the use of SolarWinds software. The malware was designed in a way to not alert the victim to the intrusion, and attackers went to significant lengths to blend into normal activity. The breaches date back to the spring, according to the firm, which has been in touch with SolarWinds, the FBI, and other key partners. The activity is being probed by the FBI, the firm said. The Bureau has told the Epic Times that it doesn't comment on ongoing investigations. Dominion has been under the spotlight in recent weeks because of how widespread its systems and machines are in the United States. Witnesses have come forward to say that Dominion products were connected to the internet during the November 3rd election, raising concerns about security. Dominion machines were used in Antrim County, Michigan, where officials initially reported Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden winning before saying President Donald Trump actually won. The change in votes was approximately 6,000. Michigan and Dominion officials have insisted that what happened was due to human error, but a forensic audit showed that it was actually a software issue. An attorney pressing a case against the county said last week. A judge is slated to decide whether to approve an emergency motion seeking permission to make the audit public on Monday morning, which was this morning. And now to remove the liberal blindfold here, folks. Folks, we have to use our brains here. Dominion Systems has been shown by many people who were working with it so far that they are susceptible to hacking and susceptible to having votes for one candidate being switched to another. In Pennsylvania alone, that happened 220,000 times. That in itself would change the outcome of the election, but the left doesn't care about that. They care nothing except that by hook or by crook, their candidate, Joe Basement Dweller Biden, won. Now, I don't know about you, but if I have to cheat to win, winning isn't worth it. One of the reasons that I have an aversion to being called a cheater. Probably one of the things that makes the Republicans go insane when they are called cheaters, even when the name calling comes from the cheaters themselves. But this is something that the Republicans have to get over. Being called cheaters and traitors and Hitler by the party that is acting out all three things is something we have to get over. We have to throw that back into their faces. They have been doing it to us for so long that our reaction to that is almost predictable. A lot of the Republicans on the Hill are already starting to try to distance themselves from Trump because and only because the Democrats say he lost. Folks, start using your brains for something other than fertilizer fodder. Start using them the way that God intended our brains to be used, to think. If a cheater calls you a cheater, use the facts against them, period. That is the only way we will ever get this nation back, by not falling for their lies and hit them back with the truth. Biden didn't win. Trump did. And we will fight to the end to make sure the truth comes out. The Republicans have got to stop kowtowing to the Democrats, thinking that that will make them like them. Democrats consider Republicans their enemies, and no amount of giving in to them will change that fact. This is to the Republicans. Stop giving in to the enemy's threats. That will do nothing but put them into power so they can further destroy this nation. It is time to start fighting for America. We are the only ones doing it. That is the other reason why I always end my updates and my shows with what a friend of mine used to always say: we will not be ruled. But the way we are going, we are letting the Democrats think we want to be ruled. If we don't stop that, America is gone. Plain and simple. This is Robert the Infidel for today's NWCR's Removing the Liberal Blindfold from behind the silver microphone of freedom with the voice of reason in this increasingly unreasonable world. Brought to you through Conservative Nation Media, where we fight to make sure that America always wins. Have a blessed day. God bless you all, and I'll see you all tomorrow.